Trying to get you to hear it. Oh crap, enemy plane. Well, oh, at least we have an AA, right? Oh, he hit it! Yes, we did! That is awesome! He hit him like right on the tail and actually shot him down. The AA being useful. Alright, howdy folks, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Gates of Hell. Today we're going to be finishing my German Ardennes campaign in Conquest. You may be wondering, wait, where are the other episodes? I've never seen one. I would highly recommend you check out the live tab on my channel, as that's where I've been streaming a lot of this campaign. I just figured today, specifically, I would put the finale up on YouTube as a regular video, not as a live stream, but I was telling people in my chat that I may continue this stream or this series after I finish the campaign, which will most likely be today. We have to win this defensive mission, and then we win defensive mission, we'll be having to win the attacking mission, and then we can either quit or we can push this Conquest campaign into a never-ending one, which is most likely what I'll be doing. So if you're interested in seeing some of the late war German tanks, I know we have some Panthers here, for example, but you want to see some King Tigers, some Yak Tigers, some Yak Panthers, my goal would be to do a couple more streams where we take this into a never-ending campaign, and then hopefully, you know, we come up against some heavier American equipment as well. The way I've done this is loading a mod called Only Winter in the Conquest game mode, which basically it says what it does on the tin. It only loads winter maps. And you can do something similar where you disable all the winter maps if you wanted to do specifically, say, some like Normandy-esque scenarios where you only, you know, want summer or autumn maps and you don't want winter maps. So I'll have a link down to that mod in the description below. That being said, we have pretty much researched all of the big stuff down the line. We obviously don't have the King Tiger yet or the regular Tiger, but we do have the Panther, we have the famous Brumbar, and we also got this Ostwind, which I believe is going to be a pretty successful, usable thing because the Allies have been bombing me on every single defensive mission for the last couple of defensive battles in Conquest. I've also got a couple of mods running. One of them is going to replace the MG42 sound. One of them is going to replace the 30 cal sound with that. Oh, there's a vehicle right here. With that from Band of Brothers, which some of you may recognize when you hear them firing. And then furthermore, I'm also running a gore mod for just a little bit more spice, I guess. And then last but not least, I'm running this always on arrow mod. It will always tell you exactly where the enemy is going to be coming from, which I think is great because when you're setting up a defense, you don't want to guess. It's very frustrating to have to guess where the enemies are going to be coming from. So that's a great mod, and I can only highly recommend you use it, especially in Conquest, if you're trying to be a little bit more relaxed about having to worry about where the enemies are going to be coming from. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be Conquest without any captured vehicles, so we do have a... trying to get it. There we go. We do have a Sherman 76 as well as a Hellcat in my army. I figured I would just capture them for, you know, for fun. Also because it just feels like something very German that they would do during Battle of the Bulge. You know, for example, run the Ersatz Panther, or I guess Ersatz M10, where they had like the Panther tank that they dressed up sort of to look like an M10 Wolverine. Sadly, that's not in Gates of Hell. Maybe we'll see it one day. I'm not sure. I know there's mods out there that have it, though, which are honestly pretty cool. But, okay, this Sherman cannot be allowed to continue. That... okay, and if that was War Thunder, that guy would have absolutely gotten ammo racked. But I guess he got lucky there. That's perfect, actually. Okay, I need to... where's my Brumbar? Oh, he just went into a... oh, I don't know if we can snipe him as he... no, oh, he's way out of range anyway. I'm going to have to reverse my Sherman because we're already being... what is that? It's like a 155. It is a 155. Okay, why don't we pull this Sherman back? And we'll try to knock out the 75, and then we'll just... I think we'll just repair. Or maybe we'll just keep reversing, because right now, this thing, I don't think it's going to really be able to do much to me. But I also don't want to lose the crew in this like, unnecessarily because of that 155. So maybe we'll pull back to about here and get a hull repair going. Because it looks like the hull is damaged, but the hull for some reason didn't force my guys to jump out. No. You're supposed to... no, keep... oh, crap. Keep working on it. Okay, why did you not shoot that guy? Alright, we're just going to shoot him right here. This is a War Thunder moment. Okay. That's down. That's perfect. We'll keep repairing, and we'll get our last wave of reinforcements, which is going to have an ammo truck and an ammo crate, as well as 2 extra Panther tanks. So we have basically 1 Panther for each point. So I'll put 1 Panther all the way over there. And then I guess we'll just have a Panther sort of like sitting on the outskirts of the city here as, I don't know, moral support. So I'd recommend, if you're like, what's happening in this, I'd recommend you watch the stream VODs, I guess is what they are, the video on demand versions of the streams, because it'll basically explain everything that you're probably missing. I did try to explain it, you know, the way that I explained it when I first started this this series, but I'm hoping that it was sort of understandable. The main thing is I just wanted to sort of recreate a Battle for the Bulge scenario. The issue that I came across in my American Conquest campaign, the one that I ran right at the like launch of Liberation, for some reason, and this was pure, I guess, luck of the draw, or maybe you could say unluck of the draw. That's not a word, but we'll just make it a word. It was pure unluck of the draw, was that I only had, I think, 2 battles where I fought in the winter. And then the rest of the campaign was always fought in the summer or the autumn. So I was really missing this point in my Conquest series where I barely saw any winter combat in Conquest as the Americans. So I figured, what better to sort of alleviate that by just doing an entire series purely on the winter, or in the winter. And I figured it might be kind of fitting because there's a lot of late war stuff, obviously, in Liberation. It made sense to me to do like an Ardennes campaign, because that way the late war, like, I could say, hey, let's do a Sicily campaign, but the issue is, A, the maps aren't really there for it, of course, and, oh, that's not good. Oh, yeah, I kind of deserve that. I don't know if we have any smoke. I can try to pop it in reverse. But yeah, it just made sense to me to do a late war campaign because of all the units that are in the game. And that's why we're doing an Arnhem one. I mean, see, I wish we could do an Operation Market Garden one, but that's why we're doing a Battle of the Bulge one. Okay, that's a lot of smoke. We'll just pop one more. I think these are like incendiary Willy Pete-esque smokes. Okay, we're gonna repair here. I'm wondering if we should drop. We do have a medium or heavy mortar barrage. You might as well drop this here just for the hell of it, I guess. It'll look cool, right? I don't think I've ever seen the heavy mortar barrage. I think I've seen the heavy artillery barrage before, but I don't know if I've ever seen the heavy mortar barrage before. Panther knocking this guy out. Let's go take a look at this. I really doubt that my mortars are going to do anything to these Stuarts, but I might as well just take a look and see if anything does happen. Maybe not. Just killing some vehicle crew probably on this. Oh, that's artillery. That's a, what? That's another 155. I do have my Broombar. I kind of want to maybe get this thing to move more into the village. Use its actual gun more. The 76 that's pushing in, I'm thinking... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is a Hellcat. Hellcat's got to save the day here. Panther just blew someone up. Okay, oh, okay, Hellcat. No. Oh, this guy is like hiding behind exact buildings from me. Is he looking at me? I was looking at the Sherman on the road. We can probably get a good shot right in his weak spot if my gun depression didn't want to work with me there. Do I out-reload a 76 Sherman? Let's find out. Oh, well, I do out-reload him if he's not looking at me, of course, which is good. We'll shoot him again and get rid of him. And, ooh, that was actually a devastating hit. Artillery is landing. I need to really deal with that enemy artillery, but I don't really have anything to do with it. All I can really do is call some off-map artillery in, I guess, for it. But I only have one more to go, so I'm a little wary about... Oh, my Ostwind just killed, or is almost killed my own dude in this trench here. Let's pull up our Broombar. I gotta say, the FPS does take a big hit in these final defensive missions where you have a lot of units on the field, but obviously so does the enemy. This is gonna be a nice explosion right here. Oh crap, we hit a tree instead of the enemy tank. Let's drop one of the Hellcat's crew out. We don't need a 5-man crew in that. I'd rather have a 3-man crew in here and a 4-man crew in there. Okay, Hellcat just took out a Stuart. That's great. Our Oh, what did you just get tracked by? Oh, it's just a Stewart. Okay, well now there's nothing stopping us from blowing up these Stewarts. We'll do one at a time. We'll focus on the left one. Oh, that's so satisfying. Okay, there's actually a lot of stuff on this right side. My Hetzer is still alive. There's, what is it, 2 Hellcats? They're both late Hellcats, so they get that extra, I think they get an extra 50 cal. But you can hear, it's kind of hard to hear because the 50 cal is going at the same time. But yeah, the 30 cal sound is really cool. And then the MG42 sound, I think, is also, this is an MG34. I'm trying to find a 42. Is this a 42? Trying to get you to hear it. Oh crap, enemy plane. Well, oh, at least we have an AA, right? Oh, we hit it! Yes, we did! That is awesome! He hit him like right on the tail and actually shot him down. The AA being useful. I had this idea where if I figure if I put the AA in the back point, in the back middle right point, it'll hopefully do fine, and it turned out to do just that. So that's actually great. Maybe, I don't really think I need to send more units over here. If anything, I want to just try to knock out this Panther, or knock out this Hellcat with my Panther. Oh, damn. It was, I'll be honest with you, this campaign, the streams, they were rough. Some of them, not a lot of the battles, but definitely some of the battles turned out to be a lot rougher than I thought they were going to be. Ooh, that was a bounce from the Hellcat on the front mantlet right there. You want to be a little bit more careful. There was definitely a couple battles where I was saving my money, or saving my research points, and the enemy would just have a whole bunch of 76 Shermans, and there was not much I could do against those with my Hetzers. On the defense, it wasn't that bad, but once I went on the offense and the Shermans were just all over, and they were loading HE to kill my infantry. They were trying to deal with my tanks. Well, they didn't have to try. They were actively dealing with my tanks in the form of my Hetzers or even my Panzer IVHs. So that's when I eventually was like, okay, we gotta... I actually had to retreat from one battle, which has never really happened before to me in Conquest, I don't think, where I was like, hey, I should just retreat from this battle and sort of take my loss versus, you know, fighting it out till the end and most likely winning. So it was interesting. It was a very interesting way of seeing that the Americans were very capable of dealing with me. It's just that until I got the Panthers, and now it's been relatively easy, I think. So we're going to jump into this last battle in this campaign. And then if you want to see more of this, I'd recommend checking out the streams that I do throughout the week, where we'll be continuing, I guess I should say, this campaign. And we'll be continuing this campaign, and we'll hopefully be getting against enemy Pershings as we go up towards King Tigers, and more. We'll catch you in a second when we start the attack. All right, the final battle. I think we're going to alleviate some of our stresses, although we kind of just got a little bit unlucky. I meant to actually get more heavy artillery, but it's okay. It's okay. What we'll do is we'll drop heavy artillery on this point. We'll just start pushing up towards the next one. The main issue here is going to be the flank. I'm a little worried about this spawn area. So it will tell you just where the enemy can be coming from. It doesn't mean that they're coming from there. So you kind of just have to prepare yourself that enemies are going to be coming from this area and from this area. So when I'm pushing up, I basically want to kind of angle it more like this way, and we'll have to always just watch our north. This artillery, though, relatively inaccurate. We killed an 86 airborne sniper. That's great. So we're just going to try to bombard this point, and I'm going to save these two artillery, or I guess I should say bombing runs and not artillery. But my main goal was actually to try to get a second artillery to hit this with a different one, like the heavy mortars. Hit this with the heavy artillery, but right now it doesn't seem to be very accurate. I'm actually a little bit disappointed in the accuracy and lack of killing. We've only killed like 4 dudes, 5 dudes, and it's not really doing a lot. But it's the final battle. So personally, I'm actually kind of excited about that. I've been running this campaign for a couple weeks. It's obviously, you know, taking a little while to actually... Oh, was that Oh, that's okay. That's still them being exploded back here. It's taken a little while. I've been, you know, I played for like 2 days, 3 days in a row, and then I take a couple days off, and now I've been taking I guess like a week off from streaming, but my intention is to go back. So again, if you want to see this continue, I would recommend you check out the streams when they do go live. I have a bunch of other ideas for streams. I would love to do some more Gates of Hell. I'd love to do some war game. I think nothing could be more fun than playing Wargamer Dragons campaigns, but playing them on stream instead of just playing them for like the 4th or 5th time by myself and then putting it up as a YouTube video. I think it would be more fun to do that on a stream, and then you guys can have some input on like what units I should buy, or maybe we go for some less optimal strats just to try to create something different or something a little bit more interesting than just the most meta war game campaign strats, for example. So I'm just gonna put this unit along the wall here, dragging them out. There is a medium tank. I wonder what that could be. I'm just doing this so I can sort of keep my eyes on this right side in case anyone does come over from there, so we don't have to worry about our flank being too exposed. We got one guy down. That's okay. We just have to use my broom bar. Okay, there it is. What is that? It's a 75 late. Let's rotate my Panther. And just... Oh, where do you have HE loaded, buddy? That's a little stupid. Alright, we're going to just load AP as if it doesn't matter. There's a Sherman, and we're going to act like we're aiming for its weak spot. We missed his weak spot. I mean, I'm thinking about it in War Thunder terms, I guess, but he's about to get absolutely blown up. Okay, maybe I didn't expect it to blow up like that, but that was pretty cool. Now, I think we're just going to blow a hole in this building and get rid of some of the infantry around there, and then spread my infantry out. We'll get the medics called in. I think that's another... Oh, I thought this was another Panther in this setup, but I guess I maybe already have all 3 of my Panthers on the battlefield. I do need some infantry to spread out more amongst my tanks on this right side, so we'll get these Jaeger to push around, get that infantry knocked out, and then we have a Hetzer and a Hellcat. Is this a late Hellcat? It is not. So yeah, you do not get that extra... Okay, so I lied. On the late Hellcat, you get an extra 30 cal like right here, which is honestly very nice. Having an open top TD is not... It reminds me of the Wolverine from Assault Squad 2. I don't know if anyone has ever played a bunch of Assault Squad 2. Oh, that was a little frustrating. I saw this AT guy here, and I didn't think he would have... Okay, he's down, but... It's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Yeah, and if anyone remembers the Wolverine from Men of War Assault Squad 2, I think it might even be kind of the case here in Gates of Hell. The Wolverine does have a 50 cal, but it doesn't rotate fully. It only rotates like a tiny bit. So if you have contact in the form of infantry in front of your Wolverine, you can't do anything about it. You have to use HE, and you have to knock them out with an HE shell. Your 50 cal doesn't rotate all the way to the front. Where the Hellcat, in this case, it has, you know, a single 50 cal, but on the late version, you get a 50 and a 30, which actually makes it, I mean, a pretty decent unit even against infantry, even though it's a tank destroyer. Now, there is some infantry that we don't really care about too much. We're just going to blow them up to Kingdom Come, although that didn't actually really kill anyone there. This Ostwind, I'm not using it so much as an AA piece at this point. It's just more of a fast-firing 37mm autocannon with its main intention to, you know, blow up infantry. Though maybe I will get my Broom Bear ready to engage this. Isn't it like right around this corner? Oh, it is. Come on. Well, we'll shoot this thing for... Oh, crap. I meant to shoot this 70... This actually might kill me. Gotta be a little careful here. Did it just bounce a Panther shell? I mean, it's possible. It's a 76. But... Panther. Say today. Oh, he said today really hard there. That was actually really cool. We got a Stuart. Hey, we're gonna move our first group of infantry inside this cap point, and we'll push up a second squad. We got some infantry running around in here. I'm assuming you're gonna die, right? Okay, perfect. We're capturing the first point. This is all going swimmingly, if I may say so. Probably shouldn't have said that, because that's usually how you give yourself a little bit more pain in the end. So we're using this Jaeger infantry squad. Again, I talked about this in my streams, but the reason why I'm using them is because they have like 6 MP40s. We need to take a look at this Jaeger squad because they're pretty much undamaged. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 MP40s, 2 Kar 98s, but also an MG42, which I think is one of the first squads in the German Conquest tree that actually allows you to use an MG42, which just felt like a little bit more late war-y to me, you know, having the Germans have an MG42 and not just MG34s. So, I mean, I wish that there was more of like a late war, early war sort of vision in Conquest in vanilla. I know there's tons of mods out there that allow you to do something like that. Like, hey, you want to play late war or, you know, unlock these units, or you want to play early war, unlock these units, or use this thing. But I understand, it's cool, but I'd rather have it inside like the vanilla game, the unmodded game, if you don't know what vanilla means. Though I'm not sure. I mean, I know there's all these intentions and ideas from the developers, but it may not be something that we see anytime soon if we ever do end up seeing it. So personally, I would be very interested in seeing it in the game, but for now there are mods that sort of do that, but they don't always work exactly the way I want it to, I guess. This is going to be a machine gun right here, so we're just going to get rid of that machine gun with the bombing run because we like dropping bombs. We love the Brummbard just blowing up people, and this BF-110 should actually even use its 20 mil a little bit, perhaps. There it is. Oh, we already disabled the machine gun crew. Okay, well, it's kind of whatever. I wish you dropped more than one bomb. I think the Americans, whenever I got bombed by the Americans in my campaign, I always felt like they had like 2 or 3 bombs and not just one. There's a howitzer here. Might be worth bombing that just to get rid of it. I don't really want to send like units all the way out there to go kill it. Get my Brummbard to come over here. Panther's killing. Okay, leaves my Panther over here. Target the Sherman. Infantry, Sherman. Oh, that's an engine kill. That's going to be good. This thing is going to get bombed. It's just a 155, but I just don't really want it to survive. That's going to be pinpoint accurate bomb. That's awesome. That's gone. And that Sherman... Did Sherman just get killed by my Panther? But yeah, I guess it did. I could be loading some more AP and just keep shooting at it. But what I think I need to do here is bring up the Sturmpanzer with the 150 mil. And this is the second Sturmpanzer I've bought. The first Sturmpanzer I think lived through 350 or 400 kills or something along those lines. Like, it lived a very, very long and successful life inside the game. So I was very happy with that. I guess I do need a medic over here in a second. Let's set this 76 mil up here. I wonder what happened to these guys? Did they just all get shot? Did they just all get like shot by a machine gun or something? All right, let's get up 1, 2. This guy's gonna be a little more risky, but let's try to get him up and push up on the cap. We'll do an advance here. I'll even clear the HUD. This will look really Battle of the Bulge to me. Like a Panther advancing on an American held position with Germans with mostly MP40s charging forward as like an assault section. There is a MG42 that is, oh, a little dangerous. Let's just worry about the, sure. Oh, nice. Okay, we have HE loaded. We do. Okay, I'm surprised that only blew up a single one of those guys. There was a lot more like right next to that explosion, but apparently they didn't really care. I might split my guys off that right side, but I'm keeping the guys here in case anyone pops up from over here. The last thing I want is for like a Sherman 76 or, you know, God forbid a Pershing or whatever the Americans may have unlocked at this point in the campaign to just run over here and end up killing me. You hear the MG42 with the Band of Brothers sound. I do really like that sound. The 30 cal is maybe less my favorite, but the MG42 does sound very Band of Brothers-y, so that's cool. I guess we'll just... Okay, I don't know why I did a full rotation, but you did. We'll start capturing the next point. My 76. And then this infantry, push up with the 76, try to get some eyes on. Panther just knocked out something. Oh, that must be the Panther on this right side. I wish he would actually knock out the 50 cal though, bud. The Hetzer just shot. Let's hit like right next to it, maybe? There we go. Splash damage is so much stronger than you would think. It makes sense to shoot near targets with HE because the splash will kill them, and it's actually a really cheeky way of getting rid of infantry, like on weapon systems, machine guns. You just want to use the splash against them, basically, using the splash against the building. Let's say there's a unit of infantry right here, but I don't have the angle on it because of, you know, say there's a guy like right here, right? You could try to hit this building, and the splash from a big shell, especially, you know, that being a Sturmpanzer's 150, for example, would absolutely obliterate those guys. Like right now, I don't even have to hit those guys directly. I can hit the building they're standing in front of, and the splash from the 150 causes a catastrophic explosion to the point where those guys never had a real chance because, well, the 150 just has so much splash damage on it. We're about to capture this next one. I am out of... I think you hit a 30 cal here on the Sherman. It sounds a little weird. It sounds kind of like a whining 30 cal. It's like hard to explain. It doesn't sound as good as I wanted it to be. That is an issue. I hope we reload our... Oh, it just fired, I think. It just fired on the move. That's really unfortunate for them. There goes their turret. A lot of infantry in front of us here. I wish we would be firing. Switch to our 50 cal. Oh, man, this is just rough. That was just brutal. Okay, switch back to our... There we go. Knock those out. I need to push up here a little. Ooh, nice. Sturmpanzer showing its worth. Yeah, I did lose one Sturmpanzer in this campaign, and I had to replace it with a new one. But that old Sturmpanzer had over 350 kills. And then initially, I actually had the sort of predecessor to the Brummbär, which is the Stuig, which I believe is just the same sort of type of gun, but on a Panzer III chassis, not on a Panzer IV chassis. And that had over 400 kills as well. And the beautiful thing about that one is I actually never lost it. I just sold it and replaced it with the Brummbär when I eventually unlocked it. So that did an insane amount of work when I actually meant to unlock it. So if you're ever wondering, like, hey, what's a good unit for Conquest as the Germans, the Sturmpanzer and the Stuig, which is the STU-IG-33, are both really great candidates. If you ever need a tip on, hey, what should I use, what should I get, basically always use the Stuig or the Brummbär, as they have such a big caliber shell, they can really mess stuff up. We're going to start capturing the church. The final, we can say it's like what the Church of Bastogne, that we have captured the final American defenses, although we're using a lot of their vehicles and stuff against them, which is a little cheeky. But hey, let's run under corner here. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of Americans we can destroy with our 50 cal. There we go. We are... Okay, actually, we're good. We're good. I think our Brummbär just moves up here. There we go. And our infantry moves around this side. And that's going to be a victorious campaign. It's just going to take a minute for actually, before we actually capture it, you know. But I think it made sense to have these guys over here. They were just sort of like a holding force, making sure that nothing came from here that was too dangerous on my flank. It would have been very annoying to have these guys be constantly attacked from like over on this ridge. So it just made sense to me to sit up here, listen to this MG42 as we pray and I reload and heal up so we don't lose this guy at the very end here. Oh, that's an MG42. You could hear that clearly. And then that is the campaign. That is, so I figured, again, it's just a finale that I put on YouTube. But if you're, well, that I put as a video on YouTube. Of course, the streams are also on YouTube. So you can check this out on the live tab. I'll put the first video or the first stream as a link down in the description if you're interested in watching it. And then you can go to the live tab and find the other ones there. That is going to be a successful win. Actually, a relatively clean. I mean, we did blow this church up a little bit. Oh, actually, we blew it up a lot more than I thought. Yeah, we can just say this is like the, you know, the church of Bastogne that we just captured. There it is. That's the victory. We are, however, going to click continue. And what we'll do is in future streams that are going to be on this, you can see me continue. As you can see, we have 9 research points. So we're going to be starting to get to unlock the Tiger. My goal will be to go for the Tiger 2s, the Sturm Tiger, the Jagdtiger. So there's a couple more units I would like to see go up against the Americans, and maybe we'll even see some American Pershing tanks. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to watch the full campaign, I'd recommend checking out the stream VODs on the channel. That being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.